course, we're going to for Slap News pre-fight interview with Waylon Frost going up against Andrew Provost. Power Slap number 5, October 25th, live and free on Rumble. You better tune in. I don't know where else you would want to be on a Wednesday night. Waylon Frost, what's going on, my man? Haven't heard from you in a little while. Great to have you back on the show.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Thanks for having me. Yeah, just kind of been taking it, kind of got a break. The last two power slaps, had those off and just kind of been working and just continuing to live life and get ready for that call back, and I got it. So now I'm just ready to get back out there and do it again.
Nice, my man. I mean, we've seen guys like OG guys like Jewel Scott take a bit of time away and be able to come back and have some success. Do you feel like that time away is going to help you, in this matchup against Andrew?
I mean, it could. I don't see how it could hurt at all. Yeah, I mean, maybe I think if anything, it would help more than it would hurt. Taking a little bit of time off, but that wasn't like the reason I did it wasn't like to get better or anything. But I mean, yeah, like you said, we saw Jewel take a couple power slaps off and come back and get a couple wins. So honestly, I don't really know.
Yeah. I got to ask you, my man, because it's been on my back for a little while here. Did you decline a title shot?
Did I decline the title shot?
Yeah, there's rumors circulating
against Christopher Thomas.
Yeah.
I've been begging.
Okay.
Begging everybody to let me fight him again. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I mean, I have the messages I can show you if you're going to be in Vegas, and me texting Erica and Frank all the time saying, give me Chris or Emmanuel, or, I just want the best. I want number one and the champ. So that is absolutely not.
Okay. I'm glad you cleared that up, my man. Right now you got Andrew Provost. We've seen 2 matchups from him. What have you seen from him so far? I know he's one of the guys that was obviously on the reality show season 1.
Right.
Were you buddies with him at all in the house?
I mean, I don't have any personal issues with Andrew. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's seems like a quiet dude, He's just, I'd say out of everybody in the house, he was probably like the most quiet dude. Like, I mean, he didn't really get into really, any drama or any bullshit that was going on in the house. He just kind of took care of what he needed to, I guess. But I don't know enough about Andrew to like have anything to say about him, really. I mean, I respect that he gets up there and does this like the rest of us do. So I mean, I give him that, but I don't really know him that well,
Okay,
I don't even know him well enough to talk shit about him. Not that I would, anyways, because I mean he's a cool dude. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Have they talked to you guys at all? I know they previously said that they wouldn't have coaches in conflicting weight classes for upcoming events. Do you know whatsoever if KO, Chris, and Emmanuel are going to be the 2 coaches for you, or has that come up at all in your talks with the Brass of Power Slap?
Corey, I can tell you this, that you know as much as like us fighters do, like
Okay.
and until it actually comes out, like I'm telling you, as much as we do. It's kind of always been like decisions are made kind of last minute as far as it goes with us. Now, maybe guys like Ryan, and guys like that who are kind of, a little more insight, they might have some answers for you. But like, really, for the rest of us, I mean, it's always like we find out like last minute. So,
okay. What have you seen from Andrew? He last came off with a pretty impressive victory over Alex Ashbury.
Right.
The first time up there, he didn't have, as much success. So 1-1 right now. Anything that you can dissect in his game for us?
Like you said, he only has two matches kind of dissect, and his first match ended early. He had to pull off because he broke his hand or his thumb, or I guess, whatever happened. But and then the second match, yeah, he had an impressive knockout against Asbury. I mean, Alex Asbury is like a walking bonus for some, like, yeah, he's like a walking bonus for somebody waiting to happen. I mean, he gets put on his ass every time. So I mean, it looks like he's got form. He's got good form, and he ate the shot from Alex. And he ate this one shot he took from Jewel. So I guess we'll really have to see. I kind of like to just kind of focus on my game more than I really like study my opponents. But it's not a bad idea to do. But like I said, I don't know enough about the guy to really critique his game or anything. I just haven't seen a lot of him.
Sure. Oh, good. I mean, being off the last couple of times, like, have you been working hard still? You still training? You still trying to focus? Still trying to refine? I mean, you got a pretty nonchalant attitude, so just want to see if you've been putting in that time, energy, and effort, my man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I feel like my slap, it's obviously worked the last couple times, but I feel like
Mhm,
it's 10 times better than it was at Power Slap 2 when I knocked out Jesus. So yeah, I mean, just like learning a lot, like being able to deliver the hardest strike and the cleanest strike possible. It went from just using like bags or the bobs, to practice striking to like using different methods to,
mhm,
improve accuracy, like just using sticks, to hit. Well, not like sticks, but, like the padded ones.
mhm.
Using those for accuracy to, like, all kinds of different things for power and, so I've been working with Donovan. Obviously, he stays here in the same town as me and he's actually out there today um,
Mhm.
doing the events for the house. But yeah, I mean, absolutely still working, improving my slap. Just been staying prepared and staying ready for them to call me back. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or when it was going to happen, but they did. So
Awesome, my man. I mean, with everything being so young, I mean, we're coming in, 5 live events now on October 25th. Um, you know, do you feel like being away for 2 of them, do you feel like the sport has advanced quite a bit or not really from the last time we seen you up there?
I would say like 10x. I mean, I'd say it's advanced from our qualifying matches, to get into the house
Mhm,
for season one to Power Slap 4. Like I'd say it's night and day. I think the refs are doing a better job. Um,
mhm.
Also, I love how they changed the rule to 2 fouls in a 3 round match is a disqualification.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the biggest rule change that they made that makes the most sense because it's like if you club somebody twice or you step once and club somebody once, by the time it gets to round 3, if you got them softened up off of clubs and then you knock them out, it's like it's just not right. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Um, so that's big, and also how they specified. Because I mean, that was another thing. It was the feet. The moving of the
Mhm,
feet. That was something that it didn't matter how much they told us. They worked to improve on it. It seemed like every event. It was kind of the same mistakes. So for them to at least put in some verbiage saying, as long as there's no movement until that strike lands or after,
mhm.
we're finally getting some clarification, I guess, on it. So it's just nice because and I have like a lot of respect for the athletic commission. They do a great job, the best in the world, but it was like inconsistent. If you ask one ref to the next, it's like really inconsistent on what they would allow as far as the feet movement. So I'm glad they have it, more cleared up for everybody.
Absolutely, man. I definitely agree with you. Yeah, do you feel like you're a favorite going in this match, or do you feel like you're an underdog?
Um, as far as I mean, I won the coin toss. I found that out, so I think that pays. Like as far as the betting and everything goes, I would think I'd be a favorite because I won the coin toss, and that's typically like a big deciding factor. But you know me, man. I go into every single match feeling like I'm the favorite. Like I don't go into any match like
Mhm.
feeling like the underdog ever. I always every time I walk up on that stage, I know I'm gonna win. So it's yeah.
Awesome, my man. This matchup with Andrew, I think it's fairly early on in the night. If correct me if I'm wrong. It's in one of the second matches. Is the second match or third match of the night?
I believe it's the third. Yeah, this
Third
should be
match
the
of the
third
night.
match.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Do you enjoy going earlier? I know your match with Slap Jesus was fairly early in the night as well. Like, do you prefer to kind of get in, get it done, or do you like kind of waiting around and seeing the fights and kind of as the night progresses?
I'm like I really don't have much of an opinion on it. I remember at Power Slap 2 when Emmanuel and Debo were leading things off. And it's kinda like right when we got there, I was kinda envious of Emmanuel, like, he's like, "Alright, let's go kick this off," and I had to sit there, wait for him and, 2 or 3 more matches, so
Hmm.
I'm not sure if I would really prefer to go earlier. I mean, I'd rather have the very last one because that pays the most money, but,
Totally.
uh, no, I mean, I don't think it would really make a difference to me whether I lead things off or have the main event. It's the same thing either way.
Gotcha, my man. KO Chris, Emmanuel Munez, the coaches for this event, the coaches of the second series of the reality show. Obviously, two guys that are ahead of you in the rankings right now. So we're not seeing a title defense here at Power Slap number 5.
Yeah, do you know what's I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Cut you off. Do you know what's going on like with that? Do you have more information than me or anybody else of why the welterweight championship is still on the shelf?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where the pending drug suspension is at and if that's been lifted. I'm not sure if the reinstatement has happened. I mean, could be a potential reason. Second reason why I could see is just to build the animosity for the second series of the reality show. Two coaches at the end of it fighting off as part of the live event. So that could be another reason for it potentially. So hopefully we'll see it like Power Slap number 6 or number 7, just depending on how quickly they can obviously produce that show and get it ready for the airwaves. So just kind of one of those two things. I mean, could be potential options, but I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating. Nobody at Power Slap has told me, anything, per se in regards to that. So yeah, that's all I could really say, man. But I mean, it leaves it for a bit of a logjam, obviously. Do you feel that this is kind of a number 1 contender match for, I guess 2 events after the title match happens? Because obviously it seemingly be, Emmanuel, at least the writing on the wall seems like Emmanuel is going to go up against Chris. Do you feel like the winner of this match between yourself and Provost is kind of next in line?
I would say so. I mean, I would like to think so at least. You can never say for sure because you really don't know what's going through the mind of the decision makers. So I would like to think so. I mean, I was ranked number 1 for my last 2 wins, and I've been dropped down the rankings, not competing for the last couple of events. So
yeah, I know we were just talking, saying it's kind of number 1 contender match. We know Jules Scott there pole vaulted up 4 spots in the rankings. With you kind of being away, but you think this is kind of that next in line?
I would like to think so. Yeah. I mean, especially, if I come off 3 wins in a row, and kind of with like how the other competition in our division has been doing, I would say that it would have to be. I would like to think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I tend to agree with that. I remember, a couple interviews back, we talked about the matchup with Slap Jesus, and we talked about some of the technique, that you did for him specifically. We've seen the evolution of the sport. We've seen the evolution of the rules. We've seen a lot of guys adopt some different techniques now going to Power Slap, and we're kind of seeing the psychological factor ratchet up a little bit now. We're going to see anything new, anything exciting? You have any different strategy you can share with us as it pertains to Andrew?
I mean, I wish I could go up there and be Turpin or something. Well, actually, not Turpin himself, but I wish I could. I wish I could have some of that flair or something. But
yeah,
when I get up there, I'm just like, it's kind of all business type thing for me. I just, I mean, I think especially if I watch it back, like I can just see it myself. That I'm just like focused the entire time on taking care of the task at hand. But yeah, no, I mean, maybe if anything, just after I get this knockout, just try and get some answers as to when the hell we're gonna have opportunities for welterweights to compete for a championship. But I mean, other than that, then not really.
Gotcha, my man. All right, one last one for you. If Andrew Provost is watching this interview, what do you want to say to him?
Good luck, brother. Bring your best. Yeah, just bring your best. Let's put on a good show.
Come on, my man. I'm gonna give you one more opportunity. You gotta channel your inner Austin Turpin in this one. If Andrew Provost is watching this, what do you want to say to him, my man?
Come on, Provost. It's the Ice Culture out here, baby. Live and free. Woo!
Love it, buddy. Love it. Awesome, my man. Travel safe. We'll see you there in Las Vegas.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Take care.